I think it sounds like fucking chaos.
Mm.
It's not just this cohort. It's the next one. It's the one after that. It's the nurses that are thinking, is this, or future nurses thinking, is this a career for me?
Yeah.
This sort of shit show has a ripple effect. Like, can you find someone in this country that thinks nurses have it too good? That they're paid too much? That they have a nice relaxed shift work? Like, nobody, like, it's a one-way trip to a hiding.
Yeah.
Like, if you go, yeah, there's cost to be cut, in the back office, as much as that's a farce. You will always get people going, oh yeah, there's always paper shufflers and you're going to get rid of them and it doesn't matter. But I don't think even the most right-wing people would go, yeah, nurses, that's what we need less of. It's pretty fucked. And I just think, again, you've got a government saying one thing, the department that they're talking about saying two wildly divergent other things.
Yeah.
And the people dealing directly with the people affected by this going, this has put the shits up people that we represent. And they're looking at the door because why would you have any confidence in what's going to happen next?
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if other people have done this, but when you're a parent and you hear your kid talking about being a teacher, you're like, yeah, teaching's good because, the pays are pretty good benefits with it. It's good to travel on. You can go and teach in Australia or the UK, but it's a government job. It's good, secure job. We're getting more and more kids. And it feels like that's kind of nursing a bit as well. Population's growing, always need more nurses. Yet we've got this group of nurses coming out now kind of going, hang on, what? No jobs for us? Like when we're being told on 1 week they're 4,000 short, the following week we're oversubscribed by 2,000. Come on. I spoke to Kerry afterwards and I was really careful not to go, I don't believe you, because it's not that. But it's like, I know people will see that interview and kind of go, yeah, but how can we tell? I asked her to send me some information that they'd received. And this is an email I'll show that's obviously been stripped of all relevant sort of personalized information. This was an email that she sent to me that they had been sent. And Richard Sullivan is a chief clinical officer at Health New Zealand. This is just the one part of this email. So this came from one of their members to them, right, on 19th, was yesterday morning. Sullivan, so that's Richard Sullivan, instructed that dons across Aotearoa pause process for the mid-year intake of NetP and NetSP, that's the kinds of nurses, graduate nurses, apart from any who are matched/recruited externally to HSS, unless further instructions are received by the end of the day, Friday 21st. This means there will not be any new graduate nurses recruited for our mid-year program within HSS across the country. This is very much a national issue. I wonder if there could be a capital N on that as well. This is very much a national issue. So that's from a nurse student. So I guess you could argue if you wanted to, well, that's not evidence. But there's leaked emails. Duncan Garner talked about it this morning, and he had a leaked memo from Te Whatu Ora, and what I don't get now you've heard all of that, and you can see how these sides are saying completely different things, and the uncertainty amongst these bunch of 21-year-olds who are just wanting to serve their country and their fellow human being and be a nurse. And now think about that chief executive running away from the media and refusing to front anybody, and now go, hang on, what?
Cowardly.
You know what I mean? There's something about that which is not making sense. So I don't know what it is, but there you go. Anything else, Chewy, on that one, sir?
I think just rather than highlighting any specific chats at this point, just a general vibe of utter horror.
Yeah.
I've got a super chat here from JC and the Pigeon Cats. Monday, I was aboard an ambulance and into ED. The nurses were all absolute legends. Araha nui to all that do such challenging work despite disrespect and underfunding from the government. Look, I've mentioned this a couple of times. My sister is a nurse here in Dunedin. There's nothing in any story that she has ever told me that reflects that they have enough resources, that they have enough staff, that they have enough support. But it's something that she's wanted to do her entire life.
Yeah.
She's incredibly driven to this, and that is what is keeping her there.
Yeah.
I know that the moment that she loses that, she's gone from this country. I've had friends that have gone through nursing, and they hit that same wall, that they see those recruiting ads that they get.
Mm.
Boom, private hospital in Melbourne, making 2-3 times what you did.
Yeah.
Promotional prospects, senior roles that they'd never get here in New Zealand. Like,
Now,
other countries can see the value of the nurses that we train here. Why can't we see the value?
Yeah.
Our wages are shit house.
I wonder as well, right? You remember before the election, I was talking about, the number of public servants that they grew under Labor. If you look at all the public servants, meaning teachers, nurses, police officers, all of them, not just the backroom bureaucrats, it was like a 2% increase in numbers. I know that they're talking about the bureaucrats, it's out of 50,000, so it's different or whatever it is. But if you look at all of them, it was a very small increase. Anyone who's receiving a paycheck for work from the government, meaning that's a public servant, everything from the person making the Prime Minister's coffee through to a principal of a school, through to a firefighter, whatever, all of them. It was a very small increase. And it does make me think about, because I can't make sense, especially of the runaway and the refusal to front with an answer, it does make me feel like, is there some backroom stuff going on involving the government to do with saving more money for things like tax cuts? And they basically have to.